Hello everybody and welcome to a bonus video. So this may or may not interest you. This is why I've put it on Daggerwin vlogs, just because it is something which I would never have even really thought about doing until I was doing this field, and I thought, hang on, wait, I could just put a video on of me doing this anyway. If you don't have a clue what I'm talking about, then you haven't watched today's video. Basically, I was working in that field over there, the grass field. You can see the Ford tractor is over there at the moment, and after the video I said that, well, during the video I said that after the video I'd be doing the spraying because we've run out of time. It's just I thought that it might not feel complete for those of you who absolutely love the realism aspect if you don't see the spraying, so I'm putting it out here anyway. If you don't want to watch it, please feel free, click off this video, it doesn't bother me, but if you do want to see it, then great. Stay tuned. What I'm doing in my own time here is just going between all the different fields, and I've actually just done field number 1 as you just saw. We've basically got to go and spray every single one. It's quite a big job. I certainly won't be doing them in this video. This video is just like a little teaser sort of thing. But yeah, we're heading down to a few fields. There are quite a number in this direction. Field number 30, 25, 23 and 16 have to be done. Going further north, field 11 needs to be done, and so does field number 7. Then coming back this way again, we've got field 40. Field 42 is done. So yeah, I've got quite a few things to be getting on with. So, to be honest, I don't really know whether to do this as like just one unedited video, or to edit like I usually would do. I really don't know. I think I will not edit anything out, in fact. I will just do this as one solid recording, as it's an extra video. It doesn't have to be done like I usually do my videos, because if you're not interested you wouldn't even be watching it. So yeah, if you're still here, thank you very much. Comment below if you're still here. What are we, about 2 minutes in? Feels like it. 2 minutes in and you're still here? Well done. So yeah, we've just got to cross over this roundabout first of all. Oh, mind the curb. Although I'm being realistic, it's not quite as strict as the actual series, as this is behind the scenes, if you like. Well, not quite. It's just sort of after the video. But somewhere up here, we do have the first 2 fields. We don't own the first one, but we do own several afterwards. I don't really know whether to do this more often actually, where I do these little videos, like unofficial videos on Daggerwin vlogs. It could be quite a good thing to follow the main series. But then again, for those of you who love the realism, this may detract from that feeling. I'm not too sure. Especially as this field here is actually very complicated to do with this particular sprayer. Because what I've done, or at least what I did the first time, is I didn't do the headland, whereas I probably should have done. I just literally drove up and then down. But as you'll see in a second, that does cause a few issues when it comes to turning around at the end. So I'm going to continue as I usually would do. I think I did three passes. But yeah, another good reason for doing this is you wouldn't actually see the oilseed rape in yellow flower in the main series. And that's the case, because when we go on to the next month, which will actually be the next day, yeah, it'll be pretty much ready to harvest. So whilst just folding up, this is another silly thing, you have to fold it up every time. I'll just show you that one pass has put it to the 3rd fertilising stage. These fields are actually ploughed as well, so it's 100% productive. Right, that is folded up. And yes, it is Harper's 8 at night, and the reason for that, of course, is because we've done the entire day on the main Daggerwin channel. Out the booms go. Yeah, this just is not the way I'd usually spray a field. This is a very hard field to do due to its size. It's better suited to a smaller sprayer, but we don't actually have one. I went straight in with the self-propelled, just because the self-propelled is perfect for the map. It really is. I actually thought when I got it, I thought, hang on, so many people, including myself, are going to say, that's just ridiculous, why have you got a self-propelled? But actually, after using it, I totally realise now that I couldn't do without it. There is just the one field. This one field is the only one which doesn't really work in. And thinking about it, I really should have just done a headland. It would have been easier, but it would have destroyed more crops. Because folding in and out every time is very slow. So I don't know, as this is like just an experiment video, I don't know if I should start thinking of various different talking points, or if I should just go at this with not really too much talking and just mess around. Oh dear, that's not good. Like I said, if you really are a full realism fan, I wouldn't watch these videos, because things like this could detract from it. What I do off camera usually can sometimes be things which I wouldn't normally do in a series, mainly because I need to get things done, because obviously my life isn't just Farming Simulator. I do have a life as well, so I have to rush a few things, obviously cutting corners, to be able to prepare myself for the video, otherwise I won't have time to record the video as well. It's just the way it has to be, unfortunately. So that is another field done. The last piece there was a bit unprofessional, but it's done. So let's move on to the next field, which is up here. I don't know how far it is, as in how far it's grown. Is it in flower? It's looking yellow. I would say it is. I suppose it's a good opportunity for me to also explore the map a bit more as well. What are these barns here? I don't think I've ever noticed these before. It's amazing, I've been here so many times, I've never really noticed it. Fertiliser and stuff, nice. Oh look, the car blocked me in. I overshot. Typical. Well, this field is much better. This one is set up for the sprayer. And actually, the way I've set them up has worked pretty well. Because what I do is do a headland, reverse back a bit, and then just go up the centre. And you don't really destroy too many crops. And in fact, you can see here, we're not destroying that much. In fact, this time, I don't think we're destroying any more than on the initial pass. So it's looking good. And obviously, at the end of this, I will be showing you the fertiliser map, so you can see exactly how much we have done, how much we've progressed the fields. Look at that lighthouse over there, it's actually on an island. Oh dear, that's not good. Didn't turn quite the same way as before. I don't know if in-cab would be easier. I really don't. It's actually harder to see the tram lines. The tram lines have been done in a good way though. I mean, the way that the crop destruction is set up. Because what it used to be was just ridiculous. You drive into a field and it would take out the entire crop, but now it really is not half as sensitive, and it follows the tyres of the vehicle much better. We're not destroying the stuff that goes underneath the machine. Right, and then what I do is I go back to the beginning, but then I reverse back to go up there. Turn up there in a second. And I have actually just filled the sprayer up, so it is totally full. There we go. Right, so if I just head back again. To give myself enough turning space. And then we'll get this done. Hopefully, when I look at the map in a second, I won't have missed anything. That's the plan. I suppose this could do with being lowered actually. It's quite a high spray boom. It always adjusts itself, it goes back to default when you fold it up, so if I have to fold it up a number of times, it can be a bit of a pain to do. So there we go. Job done. Let me just check the map. Okay, so there is actually a bit missed. Surprisingly, that must be off the course completely. Has that never been done? That could be the initial pass. Yes, that has never been done, except for with the sea drill. So there's nothing we can really do about that. Field 25 is done fine. Field 42 is done. Field 1 is done. So the darker blue is now starting to appear. The place we have to go to next is either 30 or 16. I think 16, because we have to go off the beaten track kind of thing to come back, and then to get up to field 11, which is still only on the first one, we have to go very close to field 30. So I'm going to fold this up and we're going to do field 16. So, yep, clearly you are on the Daggerwin Vlogs channel. You may or may not have just found it. Some people are just discovering it still, despite me mentioning it a few times in the videos. You can always tell which videos people have watched, because in the videos which I've mentioned it in, clearly they either finished watching the video earlier before I mentioned it, or they haven't seen the video at all. I think I've probably promoted, mentioned, whatever you want to call it, the Vlogs channel about 5 times in different videos, different times of the year. It used to be called Daggerwin Extra, but that changed in about March. And the reason why is because it's sort of setting up for the future. Because one day I would like to vlog, but at the moment it's not really the right time. That's the bit we're going to do just there. So yeah, it's called Daggerwin Vlogs. Some people still say, wait, why are you called Vlogs if you don't vlog? Well, yeah, it's for the future. But I do kind of vlog. Yeah, I know I don't point a camera at my face and walk around doing a video, but I do still do quite a wide range of different videos. It's just, it doesn't really feature my face so much. But does a vlog have to feature your face? I suppose it does, by definition, but yeah, don't know. Now, this field here is the first and only field which has not got any tramlines in it. The reason why is because when I did the first spray, the first layer, it wasn't actually grown enough for it to destroy the crop. So this is the initial time. Now, can we lower it down? Is there a shortcut on the keyboard to lower it down? Oh, there is. N. It's very slow. Very slow. Can do it on the move. And yeah, before what I was doing was using GPS to do the tram lines, because obviously it's much neater. But I think for this one field we should be okay just to do it manually. So after this, it's going to be 3 more fields, I believe. 7, 30, 11, oh, and 40. I won't do 40 in the video. No, it's too big. Big field, that. It would take a long time to do. In fact, I don't know if I'll do all of them. I just wanted to show you, really, just show you some of it being done, because it just felt like a bit of a shame to say throughout the video we need to do the spraying and stuff, and then find out that we've run out of time, because I've put it to real time now. And then you sort of never experience the spraying. So this is just like an extension to the video, which was already pretty long. I think these videos seem to be in the region of 40 to 50 minutes. Well, 30 to 50 minutes, I suppose. These realistic videos. But again, in the winter time, there's not going to be too much to do, so there won't be any overflow videos like this. It'll be hard enough as it is just to find jobs to do. Obviously we'll be clearing snow, we'll be doing forestry, moving muck, animal work, lots of animal work, getting the feed out of storage for the winter. This is what we need to be careful with. If we don't have enough feed for the winter, this series is going to fail. At least the animal side will fail. So, very important that. Okay, let me just stop there. And there's going to have to be a bit of overlap here. When we turned. Actually, you know what? I may have to just put the GPS on. Otherwise, I'm not going to have a clue where to go with this. That can come a little bit further over. And it needs to be rotated a bit as well. think if we move it up to about there. Yes, perfect. Oh no, what's it doing? Crackers. Absolutely crackers. I don't think I should have put on GPS just then. Okay. I think we'll give it a little bit of help. Obviously I don't want to unnecessarily crush crops. But now that we've got the GPS set up, it means that we can go back on the other side, and looking at it, it's going to be perfect. So that is another field set up with tram lines. So we're currently sat at £1.3 million. Very good. It's going down. The reason why it's going down is, well, we're still expanding the machinery we have. We're not going to go crazy with the machinery. We're just going to buy things that we desperately need. And also, I am obviously diversifying with the solar panels and stuff. They cost a lot of money. There. And how many passes has this had? That is the final layer of fertiliser. It's weird, it's like partially grown and it's done. We don't have to touch this again now until the end, until harvest. Right, there we go. So, yeah. I mean, my other videos on here, we've got a few compact tractor videos and stuff. Some people say, why do you even have compact tractors and stuff? Well, I do need them for work, and also it's my hobby. Absolutely love compact tractors, so that's why I've got compact tractors, basically. Okay, so next we're going to go back over to field 30, and we're going to go and do that, and then I think I'll do the sugar beet field in this video, and then we'll just finish it there. You'll have seen enough. I mean, how much spraying do you want to see? In fact, thinking about it, there could still be a tiny bit of spraying in this series. Obviously this is the bulk load of the spraying. I didn't want to do too much on screen anyway, because it's quite a repetitive job, but I didn't want to miss it all out. Yes, I've just thought about it. Yeah, field number... which one is it? 7. Field number 7 and field number 11 will both be featured again in the coming episodes. Now, obviously, the next episode is late summer. Late summer is when all the harvest begins, stretching through into the autumn. I'm not sure what month this is. Obviously, I've got 3 months per season, which makes this month possibly around July. Yes, I would have thought this is July. So we've got August, September will be the autumn, well, classed as the autumn. October, November, December is winter, January, February, and then March will be spring. That makes sense. I think that's how it's set up. So this is our next field to do. We've got a lot of fields. Now these are sunflowers. We've got 2 fields of sunflowers, and when I did the first layer of spray chemicals on here, it didn't destroy the crop at all. Let me just check. Yes, it is destroying the crop this time. So I think what I'll do is go... I would normally go clockwise, but I think just because of where the gates are, I'm going to go anti-clockwise. Otherwise it could cause a bit of a mess in the gateway. I don't want to destroy all these crops. It's going to be destructive anyway. Yes, sunflowers aren't forgiving when it comes to driving in the crop. They take out quite a chunk. But having said that, spraying the chemicals is still going to be better than destroying some and not fertilising. We'll get way more out of it this way. It doesn't look good. I mean, it looks like we're taking out quite a chunk. But I think when it comes to harvest, it'll be fine. Now this is for the pigs. All of this is for the pigs. We're not going to be selling any sunflowers because we need to have every single seed that we can get to get them through the winter. In fact, they're struggling now. So if they're struggling in the summer, just think what it's going to be like in the winter. We really do have to be careful. Having said that though, we don't actually have any stockpiles at the moment. We're still producing the stockpile, so it will be more bearable. And I think that if we were to go across from left to right, that would be a more sensible approach than going up and down the field, because otherwise we're going to be cutting right into it. So at some point, where are we looking? About here. About there. And then again, going across there. Ah, it looks okay. Could be much worse. Look at that boat going mad over there. Okay, you don't want to turn too much into there. And this piece is in the lower half of this field. And that should cover everything. I don't think there'll be anything missed. Perfect. Okay, let's join up with the original tramline. The tramlines do actually show up in the fertilising map, or at least the seeding map. And as you can tell, we haven't made too much of a mess in the gateway either. Sometimes I've entered a field and totally messed it up. Which one's in? There we go, you can see the tram lines are pink. So if you look at it really, we've barely destroyed anything. But that is fertilised, tiny bit left there, but it's fine. So we've got more dark blue than we have light blue. Next one is field 11, and that'll be the last one in this video. It's a good one to go to though in this video because it's quite a nice area of the map. It's a lot of trees about, and in fact it's a very difficult field to find for the first time. Unless you've got the mini-map, it's very hard to find. It's sort of in the trees, totally hidden around the back. It's a funny one. Hey, there's a horse down here. Never noticed that galloping about. In its own paddock. Lucky thing. Yeah, so there are the trees. It is somewhere back here. Anyway, let me know what you think of this series down below if you just post a comment. And also if you think there's something which I could do better, obviously don't base it on this particular video, base it on the series over on Daggerwin. Is there something which I am doing annoyingly wrong? Is there something that I'm doing very well? Either way, I would love to hear. Obviously, I want to be doing the best job possible, as it's supposed to be my super realistic series, and if there is something which is bothering somebody, then yeah, it's not really doing the series justice, is it? It's going to make it much more unrealistic in the end if I continue doing something which somebody knows is wrong. Now I think it's still up there. I think it's behind these trees. I've been before, obviously, because I planted them. These sugar beets. Sugar beet. I have got a very good harvester for them. We're actually going to be using CD Models one. Or CD Models 1. It's a very unique harvester. It can only take it one row at a time. It's very, well, it's not very slow, but it's fairly slow. But it's going to be perfect for this field. The only concern I have is, even though it's a small field, it could still take absolutely forever. I think it only takes it one row. I may be wrong. I've never actually used it. But I'm looking forward to using it. It's a good field for just going up and then down. Perfect length, perfect width. could almost do it in one pass actually. There is the sprayer add-on mod, which would have been ideal for this, because what we could have done is driven up the headland over there and we could have just switched off one side. Although if the boom was still out, it would have taken out the trees, or more like the trees would have taken off the boom. Turn the beacons off. Thinking about it, we don't have to rush and get every field perfectly done just yet, because if we're going to start harvesting in around September, which we could still do, it's a perfectly allowable month when it comes to the seasons mod, we could spray tomorrow instead. It doesn't have to be rushed today, but we'll see. Like, if we look on here, let me just open up the menu. Harvesting is yellow, and you can see that actually they start in the next day. This is tomorrow here. Goes all the way through until the end of autumn, into winter. Well, not into winter, but up to winter. So we don't have to rush. We can be very casual when it comes to spraying, just as long as it's done, which it will be. Most of it's done anyway, but for things like Field 41, which takes a while, there is no rush. Okay, so looking back at this, I think if I was to do this field again, I would actually just do one pass straight through the centre and then just leave some of it unfertilised. It would likely do less damage than doing this twice. It's quite noticeable. It's taking out 2 rows in a go. Anyway, that is that done. So, let me know what you think of the video, let me know what you think of this idea. I don't know how often I'll do it. I need to have the time to do it as well. But yeah, that is it for this video. Until possibly next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.